Right guys, how's it going? So this is the answers to questions video. Finally get this out of the way and then we can do some more bike stuff. So get the feet in position. So yeah, I got quite a few questions. So I kind of tried to put them together into kind of like group them together into kind of similar sort of questions or to do with similar sort of thing. So the first one we have is, can you try doing a wheelie and other stunts if possible, for example stoppy, burnout, to get a feeling of power? Well, the honest answer is no. I can't do that now for obvious reasons, but I did kind of try and do a wheelie, not really properly, but when you're in first gear on the bike KTM RC 125, you can feel quite a bit of power there. Like even if you just kind of get it slowly up to about 8,000 RPM and just open it full, you can feel a massive jerk back with the power. So if you clutched it in and go at full revs and let it out, you probably would get the front wheel, but I never really did that. Stoppy, I just started to try stoppies like slowly, but I kind of only just kind of got all the weight off the back wheel, and I don't think it really came. It might have come up like a centimeter or two. I never really did a proper stoppie or anything. And the burnout, never really did that either. So yeah, I can't really do. I have seen one video of someone actually do a wheelie on this bike. So you can do it. You just clutch it in and just give it some power, and then it'll be alright. Right, the next one is the practicalness of the bike. That's just a made-up word there from Christopher Heap. But how practical it is. Well, it's a super sport first of all, so you're not going to be able to put luggage on it, or get two passengers on all the time like easily and that kind of stuff. So it's not really that practical in that sense. But in terms of like the next kind of few questions I had were range with a full tank and how much it is to fill with fuel. So the range with a full tank, I was actually just doing a test on that. Obviously I didn't get around to finishing it, but I'll show you a little clip of when I went to the petrol station. I was going to fill it up and see how many miles I could get out of it. So I'll just show you that now. So yeah, as I was probably just saying, a lot of you guys wanted to know the kind of fuel consumption. So what I'm going to do right now is fill this up, full tank. It's not completely empty at the moment, it's just pretty low. So I'm going to fill it up full and then start the mileage tracker thing and see how many miles we get out of it. So let's see what a full tank is. I think it'll be about £8 or something maybe. Oh, it stopped. See if you can get any more. No, that's full to the brim. Yeah, £8, man. See that guess? Alright, so that's the full tank. Go and pay for it first and then I'll show you. Cheers. Yeah, should be alright. Right, so let's see. Oh man. There we go. Right. So yeah, as you can see, that's on full there. So what we need to do now is trip 1, 0. So full tank and reset trip 1 to 0. So I'm just gonna ride like normal, commuting, whatever I do. Kind of the normal way I ride. I try to ride normally most of the time, but I do kind of rag it a lot because you kind of have to in the 125. So let's see how we get on. So yeah, I never actually got to find out how much I'd get out of it, but it was pretty good. I mean, I didn't really fill up that often. It's a 125, so even though it's a super sport and everything, it's still pretty efficient. Probably like over 80 mpg or something. But yeah, I haven't got specifics for that. But oh well. How much to fill with fuel? I think because the tank isn't that big, a full tank was like £13 or something, roughly speaking, or maybe between £10 to £13, I think roughly, and you'd get plenty of miles out of that. I'm not, like I said, I don't know exactly, but you get a few weeks. Like I used to get a few weeks, at least 2-3 weeks, and I commute every single day there and back, so it was pretty good. The next kind of group of questions were, do you recommend, probably the really commonly asked question is, do you recommend this or the Yamaha YZF R125? And then I also got this or the CBR 125, and then similarly, why did I pick the KTM? The thing is with this, right, I kind of looked at all the 125s, and the Yamaha R125 was my favourite for so long. I just wanted that bike for so long. And then it was just, I think I was on Visor Down or something, and I just saw an article about this new KTM bringing out a new 125. Because the Duke 125 is like massively popular, so they're doing like a sports kind of super sport version, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't really kind of care that much. But then when I heard like all the specs that came out for it, 150mm rear tire, like naked design, ABS is standard, it's got all the KTM electronic, all that stuff. Then I was like, whoa, this actually sounds pretty good. And then I would have still gone for the safe option, Yamaha. You get reliability, good make. The R125 is a really popular bike, but I just thought, you know what, I'll just take a leap and just see what KTM have done, and it paid off as a top bike, like, so yeah, that's kind of how I ended up picking it. So I've not really ridden the Yamaha R125. I wish I could. I want to try it one day, but I've not tried it yet, so I can't really compare. But in terms of, like, if you want to go for the safe option, the Yamaha is like probably one of the best looking 125s as well, and it's reliable, all that kind of stuff. But if you want to kind of go take a bit of a risk or a bit of a dare, then the KTM is a bit more, I don't know, it's just more out there kind of. A video a bit more in the countryside so you can go at its maximum. A lot of questions were, what's the max speed? So as I've replied in a few comments, 84 miles an hour is the kind of stated max speed, but I've not tried to get there myself. The fastest I've gone in it was 70, and I was out on some countryside. And I'll put that link in the description. That was another video of mine when I just went out for a ride, so put that down there. But yeah, top speed 84. Is the drive position much sportive or comfortable? Yeah, the riding position, I talked about this in my review. I'll put that in the description as well, because if you go to the comfort section, I talk about that there, because you think super sport is going to be uncomfortable in terms of leaning over, but for some reason I don't know how they've done it, if it's because of wide handlebars, or it's not that aggressive, and it's not uncomfortable at all. Like the leaning over, you can't feel at all, and you'll see what I talk about in the video. The only thing that is slightly uncomfortable is the stock seat, the standard seat, and it's only uncomfortable on the long distance kind of trip. So like half an hour journey is absolutely fine. It's maybe over an hour riding constantly, you start to feel it a bit. But the riding position is really nice. Like it's kind of enough so that it feels good, like, and sporty, but not enough to kind of hurt your wrist and like leaning over super much. So it's really good. Right. Sorry about that. I just had to go sort something out. So we're on the height. Yeah, so people asking, I weigh this much, will the bike fit? I'm just under 6'4", or maybe 6'4", I'm not sure, around about there, and it was completely fine. I can imagine being tall and it still being alright, because, there's plenty of leg room, there's plenty of, room to reach with the handlebars and stuff, so I don't know, really, but I can imagine it being a lot more room on it. So yeah, I think you'd be fine, unless you're like 7 foot or something. Don't know about that, but you know, 6'4", 6 foot, like that, you'd be alright, I think. The sound. So people asking, I don't really know what they're asking. I just put the sound. It's probably talking about the exhaust. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get a chance to do a proper video using a proper mic of the sound because it's really good from the exhaust. Like, just kind of when it's idle, it sounds really good. Like, doo, 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 doo. And in tunnels and stuff, you can hear it really loud. And that was with the baffle in, the decibel killer. In fact, I got to take it out on the last day. I remember I was taking the decibel killer out and I started it, and oh my god, it was so good. I'll show you a little clip of just when I took the decibel killer out the first time when I drove it into my shed, and you can't hear from this mic at all, but it was so loud. I think there's a bit of clipping on the mic because it kind of went past the kind of mic levels because it was really loud, but it sounded so much better, like a lot deeper. So yeah, I'll just show you that little clip. So yeah, that was that. It sounded really good. The next one we've got, this is this is for Jack Swatman. The amount of times these guys asked me about this, man. What editing software do you use? Right, Jack. In fact, let's see if I can show you what editing software I use. Whoa. Right. Just watching a riding a top video there. So the editing software I use is, in fact, I might film it on this because it's probably a bit better. So it's Adobe After Effects. I've got CS6, and this is like, the software is just amazing. You can do so much on it. There it goes, comes up. So let's see, for example, let's just, oops, wrong thing. Let's go and open. What's a good one to open? Channel trainer. So yeah, you can do so much in this. You can do cuts, your basic cuts and stuff. Obviously, you can do like effects. All the kind of videos I've made, I've done. Oh, this isn't gonna work. All the videos I've done, yeah, actually it is working. Like this kind of stuff, you know, was done in here. You can do blurring, you could put like text on it, just like all sorts. Now this software is actually really expensive if you buy it straight out, but you can. What I did was, first I got a 2-week free trial. That's the first time I ever used it, and I was like, well, it's really good. But then I'm not sure if they still do it anymore, but they do, or they did, a 6-month student trial. So if you get that, then you're pretty much sorted for half a year. And then if not, it's worth kind of buying. It's like it's so good. You can do so much. Like, let's get out there. Like all the videos I don't know if you've seen my earlier videos and stuff, where I kind of put a lot of effort into editing them. But for example, well, this is more just basic cuts and stuff, as opposed to actual editing. But you know, this was done in that software. That was my first bike. Yeah, what else was done? Channel trailer. You know, this was done. So yeah, that's Adobe After Effects for you. Top piece of software. Whoa, check that picture out, man. This is just like a slideshow of my photography. Amateur photography, I'd say. I'm not really professional or anything. They all take it with a mobile phone. Anyway, so yeah, that was that's the software for Jack, or for anyone else who's wondering. Adobe After Effects. And the final question is, what GoPro do you use, and what do the different models mean? So I use I'll probably put in a video of this part. In fact, yeah, I'll just switch to because I'm wearing the camera now, I can't really show you, so I'll just switch to the phone camera and show you on there. Alright, so I've got the GoPro, oh my god, it's going to be hard to, the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition, and the difference between them, I don't really know if I'm honest. I think there's the silver one, which is basically like, I don't think the silver one has super view, which is what I normally film with, and that's really good and everything. And then there's what was the other one? There was a silver version, there was something else, or it was just, you can just check the GoPro website, you can compare all the different models and it's how you all the specs and stuff. But yeah, so there's my helmet. I've got a kind of riding with Tom sort of setup where you kind of hang it upside down, but you get that really good angle, so it's kind of all worth it, even though you just look like an absolute weirdo. And then I've got the GoPro mic to sort all this out. So we've got the GoPro adapter, then into there. Then the mic comes, it's a super long wire for the mic, comes in there. Let's see if you can see. And then it goes under there a few times, and then finally ends up down there, which is the right cheek kind of area. I've messed about with it a few times trying to find the best place, but that seems to kind of work, so it's alright. But yeah, GoPro Hero 3 Plus back. So yeah, I mean, that was kind of the main questions. I think there were a few more, but if they're not in here, it's probably because I've answered them in the comments or something. But yeah, that was kind of main questions that people were asking. You can still carry on asking questions, and I'll probably just answer them in the comments and stuff. But yeah, at least that's finally the answers video done. And yeah, now we can get some bike videos out. I've got some good stuff coming up. Also, there's a video I've got right on my computer, but it's like such an embarrassing video. It's probably the most embarrassing thing that happened to me on my bike, or ever actually. Yeah, probably ever. It's such an embarrassing thing that happened, and I've got all the footage from it, but I was so reluctant to upload it at the time, and I'm still reluctant. So I'm going to do one of those annoying YouTube things and say, if my review video, let's see what it's on. At the moment it's on 3,700. If my review video ever hits 10,000, the reason I'm saying this is because I think it's really unlikely to happen, or it'll be a long time from now. If this review video of the KTM RC125 hits 10,000 views, then I'll upload the super embarrassing video. That's probably not going to mean much to you, because you're probably just thinking, what the hell, we don't even know what it is. But it was. I'm just thinking about it now, man. It's so cringeworthy, man. I don't want to upload it, man. But if I hit 10,000 views in a review video, just as a kind of mini celebration, then I'll I'll upload it and you can kind of laugh about it. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Peace.